this was supposed to be an easy day. We got thrown into our first night of boondocking. There's no power running to this fireplace at all right now, so. Today is a light maintenance day, and I don't know what these are called. They're little wieners of pollen, and I don't know if you can see that. Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. We are still in Georgia, loving this weather. This week is gonna be a little bit different than my typical, like where we're at, what we're visiting, what we're sightseeing. We had some maintenance that we had to do on the RV, so I thought I would take you through the steps that it took to fix the issues that we were having. Something that we have not had to deal with or have not done yet in our full-time RVing is boondocking. We have never boondocked. We were forced into it the first couple days we were at, what's the name of the campground? Sweetwater Campground on Lake Allatoona in Georgia. We had some electrical problems. It ended up being an electrical problem in the entire loop. We decided to rely on our own power to get us through a couple of days, and it wasn't exactly what I expected for my first night at boondocking, but I'll take it. It was a good experience, and I'm glad we did it, and now I feel more confident going into this season, especially during travel days, to help hopefully save some money along the way. The last thing that happened was when we had those electrical problems, it actually zapped my fireplace. We couldn't figure it out. We tried to repair it. We looked at forums and YouTube videos to see how to repair it. We couldn't figure it out, so the next best solution was to buy new and install it ourselves. I think we did a pretty good job, and I'm very happy with our purchase. I think it works a little bit better than the one that was here before. It was a very eventful few days, but we learned a lot about both our rig and ourselves, so I'm gonna share that with you now. I hope you like it. Today is a light maintenance day, and we're gonna try something we haven't done yet, and that is to service our hot water heater. There's an anode that goes into the hot water heater what does that do? What's the actual function of it? So apparently it collects the calcification and stuff like that. I think the first thing he needs to do is you have to relieve the pressure, right?
Turn off the water.
Turn off the water. We don't really know he knows what he's doing. I don't know what we're doing. But this is where the old anode rod goes, and it looks pretty corroded in there.
Nasty. This is pressure relief.
Uh-huh.
You just take that and just make sure you get all the pressure off the tank.
Yeah.
You release the anode.
There was a stink bug in there.
So I hope this comes off without breaking. It looks really nasty.
Oh, look at that. Piece of cake. Good job, Raji.
This is going to be...
Oh, there you go. Oh, look at that. That's nasty.
That is a year's worth of accumulation.
Yeah, so it's been about a year, maybe even a little bit longer than that. They should be changed out every year. So I'm glad we're getting this done today. That's gross. So that's the difference between the two. You know, a year and a half and brand new.
That's horrible. The kit also comes with some Teflon tape.
Oh, there you go.
Make sure you put that on there.
Yep.
Get a good seal. It also came with this handy dandy wand.
So the next step is to take that cleaning wand and stick it in here and get the last of the crud that's kind of floating on the bottom of the tank out.
Right. Stick that in the hole and just flush it. Look at all the stuff coming out. The white stuff is calcium.
I don't know if we're going to be able to see it, but there's little flecks of white all over the place coming out, and it's all the little calcium deposits. Look at that. Oh yeah, this was in major need of a cleaning. Look at all of that. That's coming from the inside of the hot water heater. Gross. I'm glad we're getting this done.
This is just a plastic fitting, so you definitely don't want to over tighten it.
So now he is just filling up the hot water tank again. It'll take a few minutes because it's... How many gallons is this hot water tank?
I believe it's
8?
7 gallons.
7 or 8 gallons. So it will take a few. I'm really glad we got this done. We just gotta wait until this fills up, and that's it. It's good for another year. There we go. I got the anode kit online on Amazon, and it came with 2 rods and the cleaning wand, and I want to say it was like 23 bucks. If I can find the link, I will include it in my description. But that was a really easy thing to maintain, so I'm glad we got it done. Good job, Roger. Are you gonna say anything?
Yay.
Yay. He's a man of many words. I don't have my microphone or anything, so it's gonna sound weird, but we got thrown into our first night of boondocking. We got to our new campground and the power's not working. We've been troubleshooting this all day thinking it's us because our surge protector was not throwing any codes at all, but some neighbors just came in and they didn't have power either, and his surge protector was throwing a code. So he checked all the available sites that are still open in our loop, and they're all throwing the same code. I don't know when or where or whatever, if it's going to get fixed. And some of the suggestion sites that he told us we could move to were in this loop that's not working. We got thrown into our first boondocking, and frankly, I don't think that's fair. I was not prepared for this, but it's going to be a good experiment. I hope with us messing with the electric, I hope it doesn't screw anything up in our RV. This was supposed to be an easy day. We only drove about 30 minutes to the other side of the lake, and we thought, oh, we've done so much traveling now that 30 minutes around the lake was a piece of cake. And Roger pulled in and was like, this was the easiest thing we've ever done. And since we got here at like noon-ish, we have been nonstop trying to troubleshoot, see what's wrong, and I hope we didn't short circuit anything in our RV. I am in my shower or in my bathroom because our batteries are dead. We have a low battery fault. So we have drained our batteries. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm extremely frustrated. We had no lights on in this place and had just the TV on and the fridge running, and that's it. Roger went to go get the generator. Hopefully we can get it connected and everything work fine. I'm gonna go help him. Wish me luck because his patience is wearing very thin and I don't blame him. Well, this last 24 hours has not gone how we expected it. I think yesterday, because we went most of the day without power and we kept messing with the power, we drained our batteries. And I don't have a battery monitor. It is something that I'm going to be getting in the near future. Thankfully, we have a generator, and we were able to hook up the generator last night, and we were able to charge our batteries in a few hours, and we were able to sleep last night and have our, basic electric on, our fridge going, a couple of outlets. I think the TVs even work and stuff, so that was good. We had electric back on last night. Everything's working fine except for our fireplace. There's no power running to this fireplace at all right now. We're not sure what to do, but Roger's been troubleshooting online and my dogs are helping.
Yep.
Ooh, that thing is dirty.
This should just pull out. Oh, we're gonna have to.
All right. First things first, I'm behind the TV. It's very difficult to see in here, but this is where the plug is for the fireplace. It's got its own dedicated plug right here. So I'm gonna pull that. All right.
I'm afraid if I pull it too far, that plug's gonna go through the wall.
After messing around with the old fireplace, it's not working and it's kind of beyond Roger's scope. So we took a suggestion off of a RV tech. He said buy a new one. So we did buy a replacement. We did not go with a Furrion. A Furrion was the same one that we had, was at least $400. And when I talked to the RV tech, he said they're all plug and play. They're all the same. So that's what we have done. And it saved us about $200. I think it was about $200 on Amazon for a replacement. And I will show you. This is the new one. It's just a generic, got good reviews, but the size, the dimensions of everything was as closely to what we have for an opening right now as possible. Roger in a little bit is gonna open it and see if we can't get it mounted. And the stupid thing doesn't fit. The measurements that were listed in the description are not the measurements that are here right now. We used some scrap wood that we had. We needed to get about 3 inches on either side. He painted them this brown color just to blend in a little bit. And now we have a space that we can mount the fireplace to. We'll have to finish it out and trim, but by painting this wood and stuff, it's going to help camouflage it a little bit. So should look pretty good when it's all said and done.
Well, there you have it. I lost my last final few minutes of Roger installing the fireplace, but he did a great job. He even added some trim around the edges. It actually looks nicer now, I think, than it did before because there was no finished trim on the other one. The only thing I don't like about the fireplace is those weird, crusty looking logs. I wish I would have left the logs out and just put the little jewels in the bottom. If I ever have to take it apart again, I still have the rest of the jewels and stuff. I'll take the little logs out. I guess that's it. It's the finished product. The fireplace works fantastic. On those chilly nights or chilly mornings, it's just enough to take the chill out of the air, and we're very happy with our choice.
Don't judge me. I haven't washed. I did brush my teeth today. That's about all I can do. You okay? We're wrapping up. This is our last night at Sweetwater Campground. You can stay for 14 days. Then you gotta leave for 16 days, I believe, and then come back for 14 days. It's still being run by the Army Corps of Engineers, and because of Roger's America the Beautiful Access Pass, which is a disability pass, we actually get half off to stay here. So normally it's like $35 a night, depending on where you're at. We pay $15 a night to stay here. We love coming here because this lake is full of them. Are you pooping again? Do you have dogs that like to poop like 2 and 3 times on their walks? It's ridiculous. So our trip is coming to an end. I'm super sad. I think that this is probably one of the best places to stay, and especially this time of year, March, the weekdays are virtually empty and the weekends were probably about half full. Our site is hands down the best site I think we've ever had. We had one tent camper across from us one night in all 14 days that we were here. So I can't complain. This was like the most beautiful thing. Let me turn you around so you can actually see how empty this place is. Look, there's literally nobody here. I've been so happy and it's been so peaceful. I really loved it. I loved my time. Oh, look at these little pine trees. This is the second time we've been to this campground. I love it more than I did the last time, which I really enjoyed it the last time. Very family friendly. Lots of little kids, lots of young families. There's a playground. There's a open beach for swimming on nice days. There's a boat launch, and most sites you can see the water, you can see the lake. So I cannot complain. I mean, it's been really, really nice to be here. I can't wait to come back. I would say if you're thinking about coming, schedule in advance, because the further into this, like the summer season, the harder it is going to be to get a spot here. When we came to this campground nearly 2 weeks ago, everything was dead. Nothing was ready to bloom yet. And we had a really big rain yesterday. 2 things I noticed after the rain. Number 1, up ahead, I'll get closer to it. There's a little dogwood tree that finally bloomed. I love them so much. And the wisteria has finally bloomed. It lines the road. And we went for a bike ride today and it smells so good. Oh my gosh. Like, I can't even describe how delicious it smells. And the one bad thing about all the blooming is that all these pine trees are also blooming. They are bright yellow with these little, they're not pine cones, I don't know what they are. They're these little things that fall off the trees. They're full of pollen. They are ready to blow. We could see the pollen floating in the air today. It was that thick. It was insane. everything, our car, our RV, the bikes, everything is covered in a layer of pollen. It's not going to stop for a few more weeks. All right, you guys. So that's the end of the video this week, and I learned a lot. I hope you did too. Things happen along the way. It's not always perfect, but you just make do with what's given to you and move on. I'm pretty proud of us because we really don't know anything about maintaining or fixing anything. And Roger was really able to come through for us in a big way and keep us comfortable and happy. So I'm very pleased with that. I guess that's it for this week. We will be traveling soon. We're leaving in another week and a half or so. We'll be out of here for the season at least. We're gonna slowly start making our way to Maine. I'll show you some more videos of like where we stop, what we do coming up. But in the meantime, this isn't always like the most exciting stuff, but I think when you're full-time or you're trying to take care of things on your own, these things are like necessities to either know how to do or understand like why you do what you do. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I will see you again real soon. Bye.